Hi, Rhonda.
Hi, Shilpi. How are
Thank-
you?
I'm good. Thank you so much for coming and sharing your valuable time with us
Oh,
today.
my pleasure. My pleasure.
And happy International Women's Day to you.
Oh, yes. And happy International Women's Day to you. Wow. Uh,
So,
Times are changing.
yes, indeed. We are honoring and celebrating the whole of this month, and we have you today. It's so awesome. Um, I am so thrilled that we are going to learn so much from you and so much about you. To begin with, let me introduce myself. Hi, everyone. My name is Shilpi. I'm a life coach, health and wellness coach, and the founder of Shilpi Chanda International. And here with me is Rhonda today, Rhonda Kerlew from Canada. And we are so excited to have her. Rhonda, please introduce yourself to our audience and share something about you. I know it's a
Great.
lot to say, but
I know. And I'm going to keep it as brief as I can because we only have a few minutes. I'm Rhonda Kerlew, as Shilpi said. And by trade, I'm a registered nurse. I spent 15 years at the bedside in cardiology. And then I was recruited by Johnson and Johnson. And, you know, I had the bug to be an entrepreneur for many, many years. And it wasn't until my later years, and it was good because I grew up. I grew up in the professions that I participated in and in my education. And I went back to school 3 times. And here I sit the last 4 years as an entrepreneur in personal development, a personal development consultant, and I'm a national director with an amazing team
wow.
with life and balance careers. And I'll get into kind of what we're doing and how we are impacting the lives of 1 million people. That's
Wow.
my passion and what drives me.
Wow, it's already like amazing. It sounds amazing. I would love to know more. Seriously, it's amazing what just from what you have said, I'm already like thrilled to know more. Uh, Coming to like I know you're doing so much, you have done so much already, and you're impacting lives in real time. So what is your strength and values that drive you?
It's funny you asked that, what is my strength? And there's a theme that comes up
Mhm.
for years, and people call me a ninja. And they
Oh,
call me a ninja because I'm a problem solver
wow.
and I have a passion for that. And a lot of people over the years have come to me with their problems, and that always made me think, I need to put out a shingle. I used to think of Ann Landers from the old days. She used to answer questions and solve problems, but that is my strength. Figuring out, analyzing, going deep with people, asking the questions, and supporting people to solve their problems.
Wow.
And yeah, I think that's the crux of what drives me.
Wow. This is beautiful. This is
Thank you.
beautiful. This tells so much that people who are giving it to the community are so motivated. They have such strong values that drive them. It's amazing, amazing. We are here today. We are on you're here, and we are celebrating Women's Day, and it's gonna be throughout this month. I would like to take a moment and share with the audience who don't know that we are actually celebrating the International Women's Day, Elite Women in Power Summit 2022 on the 10th of March, 7 p.m. EST. And I'm gonna be interviewing wonderful women like you throughout this month,
Oh,
and it's gonna be awesome. It's such a privilege. So coming to the Leonard for Success, I really think that it's such an awesome platform. Like thanks to Jay and Gordon for creating this, giving a chance to people, and especially Jay for creating this event for women. It's amazing. So what do you like? I want to ask you, like, what is your 2 cents on what people might benefit, or what is that people can get associating with Lender for Success? What is your 2 cents on that?
I came to the community. I'm thinking about the reasons. Why did I
Mhm,
say,
mhm,
you know what, this
absolutely.
makes sense
Mhm,
to spend a few hours a month
mhm,
connecting with others, connecting with a diverse group.
group.
Diversity inclusion is very important to me. Being a woman of color and, you know, coming up through the ranks in the corporate world
Mhm,
to, you know, some of the highest positions and being entrusted and landed for success is really a representation of the potential. I think it's a representation of the collective work,
mhm.
talent, minds, passions of all the members. And, you know, we can all go that next level if we depend on each other, if we pay attention, if we listen. And so I think landed for success is it's a like a seeding ground for success,
Wow,
confidence, and sharing.
beautifully said. Beautifully said. Wow. Uh, I know you do a lot of things, and what, like, you are a member of Lender for Success, and what people from Lender for Success or people who are associated with Lender for Success can expect from you, if you want to share
Well,
that.
what they can expect from me is kind of that next level. And so I'm looking for those innovators and those early adopters who want to integrate neuroscience and psychology in their work. Like we have a
Wow.
lot of people in the financial sector, and they have a lot of clients who just have difficulty changing. And, you know, people want to change, but they don't know how. And that's the one thing I can offer members is that blueprint for change. And it's based on science. It's
Mhm.
based on neuroscience, psychology, philosophy. And, you know, it's just a beautiful remedy for getting to that next level in your life. So if you've got goals that you've been trying to achieve and working on them year after year, it's time to do something new. So that's what I can offer. So it's just a conversation. Like you and I, we had a very good conversation
Mhm.
about how the program can support you to kind of
Mhm.
get to that next level.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
so, and I've had actually some one-on-ones with some members in the community, and you know, I love all the diverse work and perspectives, and you know, obviously the differences as well as what we all collectively represent.
Mhm.
You know,
Mhm.
we represent diversity, talent, and you know, striving to contribute to the world in many different ways. So that's what I offer.
Wow. Wow. Beautiful. Beautiful. Making such an
Thank you, Shilpi.
impact. Uh, Coming to this, actually, the next question that I have for you is, uh, coming through a journey is never easy. People go through so many challenges, but as a woman, we have to face like a lot more different challenges in the society, in workplace, or wherever in life as such. So in particular, if you have any such challenge that you remember right now and want to share, that you overcame to become the person that you are today.
That's a great question. You know, there are times in my life when I could describe it as my back hitting a ceiling, like I'm up against something, a barrier of some sort that I had to break through. And I can remember many epiphanies in my life, and they were,
Wow.
you know, my back was against the wall or the ceiling. I I saw a fork in the road, and I made a conscious choice to take a particular direction. And all of those choices have me right here. So, you know, as a woman of color, as a woman,
Mm,
you know, out there in the corporate world, even in the hospital, I was a leader. And, you know, at times you feel an exclusion.
mhm.
You know, there were some opportunities that I should have had. And, you know, based on, you know, my work and what I was able to contribute that were, you know, not offered to me. And that's fine, because I knew at that point that it's time for me to move forward, right? Not just move on, but move forward
Forward.
and leave it in the dust, right? And I mean, it's a bit of
Wow,
a rebellious attitude,
this is strong.
but it goes back very far. Actually, it goes back to, the 90s, where I was conscious of something. But also, I always feel that people are like a door. And so my ability to connect with others has always been very strong. And that's kind of what I focus on. I focus on what I can do. When I can't, or there's a barrier, I'm going to run over it, or I'm going to run around you. And so as I sit here today with some of the most powerful tools of, to grow, even at this point in my life, it's just, to me, it's achieving another level. So I'm supporting others to do the same. I'm supporting women to do the same. I'm supporting women of color to do the same. Even men, anyone who feels that they're excluded and they have a self-consciousness around that, or they have sometimes a loneliness around that, or just they feel that there's something that's holding them back. It's time to look inward to see what you can do, because our job is not to educate the world around, racism, or I'm not going to teach anyone anything. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to help those who feel that they can do more or be more, and really open up their lives to be the best version of themselves that they can be.
Wow, amazing, amazing.
Thank you.
Well, like sometimes, some things it really touches me. I think, like what you said right now, one point that I'll never forget in my life is like not only moving, uh, moving on, but moving forward. This is so powerful, this is so powerful, and it's going to stay with me throughout my life. Trust me. Wow, like this is already so motivating, but some people out there who are listening to us, who are seeing us right now, might not be that motivated to make some positive changes in their lives. So
Oh,
what
I love the word.
so what is your message to them? What do you want to say to those people who are not motivated enough?
Well, motivation is a finite resource. Okay. When we depend on motivation to drive change in our lives, it's a problem, because it waxes and wanes with our moods. It waxes and wanes with the weather, with, our children, with our spouses. Have you ever just not felt like doing it?
Absolutely, so many times.
Right. Right. And so what we have to do with motivation is we have to actually not depend on it to make change. We have to
Wow.
depend on how our brain functions. We have to depend on building habits in a certain way and making change in a certain way that uses the principles of neuroplasticity in our brain. What we
Right.
want to do is we want to make the things that we want, the changes we want, we need to make them automatic. And there's a way to do that. There's a formula to do that. So people talk about motivation, and it's just not enough.
It has to be, mechanically and physically also put in the system.
Yeah, and we have to understand that. And what I tell my clients is this: when there's something that we really want to do, you picture a field, with deep grass, and you can tell someone's been in that field. There's a tiny little inkling that someone's been there. You can see it. But what you want to do is you want to build a 6-lane highway there. And you have to do that with consistency. You have to understand how to implement those changes in tiny, tiny increments. And then you can start to win and you build on that. Because if you're going to work on changes using motivation, you're going to find yourself always needing that high powered energy that's very external. And yes, there's a drive that comes from inside, but why don't we use our brains the way they've been built? It's using the physiology of the brain. It's using the neuroplasticity, the principles of neuroplasticity and how the brain changes to make change. So, in Landed for Success, we talk about all kinds of things that are going to help our businesses. It's going to help us be more successful. And we have knowledge, but why don't we do it? And it's because change is very difficult. And also, when you want to make change, you have to understand that your belief system is wrapped up in there as well. And it has a powerful impact on your ability to change. So if your belief system, which actually starts when we're born, that very day, with the way our parents, the messages, the media, our teachers, our friends, that makes up who we are and what we believe. So when you try to make change and your belief system isn't aligned with that, it's like hitting your head against a wall day in and day out. And you can't understand, why can't I make that little change in my life? I don't understand what's happening.
I actually, with your saying, I remember one quote I read, motivation gets you started, but habit keeps you going,
Yes.
So it is so important that we put, like, whatever motivation we have to put that in practice and form habit. Habit becomes the second nature, and then you can achieve what you want to achieve. Beautifully said, beautifully said. So all this motivation and all this, what we have learned right now, it's amazing. And I want to tell all the audience who are watching that this is just a 15-20 minutes that we are getting to talk. On the day of the event, there'll be like amazing speakers who's going to talk about so much more on how to do things and how they have done things. And it's an amazing day. I'm so much looking forward to it. And I would request everyone who's watching, if you have any question, feel free to just write in the comments and we'll get back to you. And also, register yourself for the event. Is on the 10th of March, Elite Women in Power Summit 2022. You have to just log into www.landedforsuccess.com/Elite Women in Power, and then you can register yourself. Feel free to just go to landedforsuccess.com and find out, if you're not getting the link or whatever it is. We'll share the link with this after we are done. And honestly, I am so blessed that I'm getting to meet this awesome woman right here, and of course virtually. But it's amazing. Rhonda, I got to learn so much from you, but I have some very funny and very interesting.
Okay, love that.
So it's rapid fire, right?
Okay.
So you have to go very quick. Okay. So the question is, what is your favorite color and why?
Black, because it goes with everything. And it's so cool, right?
I personally love, black. Like, I don't know if I love black, but I usually pick black. So
I like white too, but I think they're considered non-colors, aren't they?
Seems like you are extraordinary. Okay, so what is your favorite place and why?
My favorite place? Wow, that's a really good question. Oh, I'm racking my brains and I'm thinking about like a little place in Cabo and on the beach, and it's just so peaceful. That's a beautiful place. I have many places that I don't really have a favorite, but it's more a place in my mind and a feeling that you get sometimes when you travel and you can relax,
That is the main purpose of vacation, right? Feeling that joy inside.
Yeah.
I think that's the favorite place to be, right?
Yeah, yes, yes, yes.
Okay, so one of the magical moments that you want to create or you had or whatever, a magic moment in your life.
Oh, wow. I think this is one of them.
Oh,
Talking to you.
wow.
Yeah, this is a lovely one. I think also just, I had the opportunity to go through the neural change program as a student, and it's
Mhm.
been huge.
Wow.
Starting out with the purpose module and finding out my purpose is to be right here, impacting the world in my way and supporting people to be the best versions of themselves, no matter what they choose to do. There's just a joy in that, and I love spending time with my hubby Jason, and we laugh so much. Sometimes we laugh and it's like an ab workout. We laugh at so many things, and we've had our all, like couples, we've been together almost 15 years, and we've had
Wow.
our trials and tribulations, but ultimately, it's been a lot of fun. And I have a lot of fun every Friday night at 5 o'clock through the pandemic, through the entire pandemic. My sisters and I and my mom, we have a cocktail hour at
Oh,
5 o'clock.
wow.
So I absolutely shut down on Fridays so that I can join in, and the conversation is fun. Sometimes it's political and charged, but wow, we do a lot of laughing. Yeah.
Wow, that's
The
amazing. That's
So many,
amazing.
many favorite spots, many
Wow,
things.
that's amazing. Oh wow, it was lovely knowing you, like
Oh,
knowing what your values, your strengths, what drives you, what you do for the community. It was such an awesome time for me. This is such a pleasure. I just thank
oh,
Leonard for Success for creating this platform,
it's
and
great.
giving
It's
me
very
this
strong.
opportunity to meet such wonderful people like you. Oh my
Thank
God,
you,
it's like a blessing.
Shilpi. Thank
It's
you.
it's a blessing.
You're a blessing. You have
So
this great energy.
thank you so much, Rhonda, and thank you to all the audience who are watching. It's amazing. Thank you so much for giving your time, and stay motivated to all the audience. I'm saying, because Rhonda is already motivated, I know. And be
Obsessed.
there. And be there on the 10th. It's going to be amazing. Register yourself. I cannot say that in words. It's just going to be phenomenal, because I'm going to be a better person after it is done. That's for sure, because I'm going to learn a
Yes.
lot. And what else? I think I'm not going to take more time from Rhonda. She is a busy person, and I just want to thank you from my bottom of my heart for giving
Oh,
your
you're
valuable
welcome.
time. And happy International Women's Day to
Yes.
everyone. Enjoy, be powerful, be strong, rock the world, and do whatever you want to do. Whatever that makes you happy. Don't care about anyone else. Anyways,
Yeah.
bye.
Bye. See you, Shilpi.